At Jared, we know devotion isn't a once-a-year occasion. And once the flowers have wilted and the chocolates have disappeared, you'll still want them to know how much you care. Dare to give a gift that lasts this Valentine's Day with our incredible selection of jewelry. From delicate rose gold to bold black diamonds, Jared has hundreds of pieces under $299 and exclusive collections you won't find anywhere else. Shop online or find a store near you at jared.com and dare to be devoted.
When you need help or advice, you turn to your parents or a trusted friend for help. So why go outside of Virginia, your home, when you need car insurance? Able Insurance gives you individual attention and won't turn you away no matter what your driving record looks like. Giving same-day personal service in the state of Virginia for over 30 years. Able Insurance, 979-0814 is the number. AbleInsurance.com is the site.
I want the whole world spin my record. Cheryl, the Hooded Styles, check game, stay free records. Oh, shorty girl fit to death in a massaging. Bad news even be massaging. I got a fitted head, I be massaging. Pinky rings on my finger, I'm massaging. I got a speedboat concert cause I massage. I coming through about a whole Econo Lodge. I be massaging. I be massaged. I'm coming through with Cadillacs and massaging. Yeah, boats I'm constantly massaging. I got GPSs, I be massaging. I catch croaker fish cause I'm massaging. I like a macaroni plate, I be massaging. Even oodles and noodles, I be massaging. Straight out the ghetto cause I'm massaging. I got ice around my neck cause I'm massaging. Or even gold teeth, I'm massaging. A pinky ring iced out cause I'm massaging.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, doe? Welcome to the Ball Hawk Show podcast on this Monday. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Appreciate everybody right now tuning in on YouTube and Facebook Live. Everybody listening on BlogTalk Radio right now. And if you wasn't live and you listen to it on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, BlogTalk Radio, Spotify, PodBean, TuneIn app, Google Play, definitely appreciate you. We're going to get it popping today, man. We got a lot that we have to cover. Kareem Hunt signed by the Cleveland Browns. What are your thoughts on that? The AAF had great ratings this weekend. Football is still going. The NFL and the Super Bowl might have been over. The NBA, might have took away from the Super Bowl luster because of the trade talks with the Lakers in New Orleans. But they got them back. If you look at this weekend's ratings, also Kyler Murray doubled down, said he's concentrating on the NFL draft. I think it's a very smart move. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about Magic Johnson saying that the Pelicans some straight-up punks for what they did. And I told everybody that a deal was not going to be done by the trade deadline. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead. Oh, I think this is JaVale in the queue already. This is my guy, JaVale. Hey, you know how I do, man. I go ahead and say what the topics are. I let my analysts call in because when you call in, you are an analyst. You're not a guest. You're an analyst. You're providing content for the show. You're breaking down the subject matter. So let me go ahead and get JaVale. JaVale, what's good?
What's up, Hawk? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, bro. What's up with you, man? How was your weekend, man?
Good, man. Blessed. How about yours, man? Spent most of the time with my daughter, man. Just, being daddy daycare shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was good. Remember I told you I couldn't play ball this weekend because mama had to work. So, I was daddy daycare this weekend.
No doubt. That's always a beautiful thing, man. Always a beautiful thing. Shout out to my dog, Justin Valles, who just jumped in the stream. I'm wearing his jacket that he made me, man. Ham the Crabber Letterman jacket right here. Got the big H on the front. Got the emblem, the crab on the back, man. Definitely go to Little Guy Printing on Facebook. That's LILGUY Printing. Holla at him, man, for your Letterman jacket. Straight fire. And I'm going to send him more stuff. I need a Ball Hawk one made. I need a Shut the Hell Up juice made. My guy right there, 757 Zone. So go ahead, JaVale, man. What topic you want to start with first, man? Or you have a topic on your own that you want to discuss?
Oh, no, bro. I'm going to just fall in line, man. It's a lot of things that went on this weekend, man. So I'm going to fall in line with everybody else, bro.
All right.
If I had to pick one, I want to get on this this signing for the Browns because from what I've been reading in the past 2 or 3 hours, it's getting a lot better reception and a lot better positive vibes than my man Reuben Foster got.
Oh yeah. Okay, keep it going then. Go ahead, jump right into it then, brother.
I mean, I don't, I don't know the difference, and that's what when we had talked about it earlier with Reuben Foster, and we talked about it. We touched bases with it last week when we was talking about, the quarterback from Florida State. You know what I'm saying, and how society now, and it's this Me Too movement, and it's basically you believe the woman regardless. The woman, you have to believe what the woman says. And the situation with Reuben Foster, the Redskins took a hell of a backlash in media and politics for 2 or 3 weeks. Good Morning America, CNN, everything. And then it came out that, the state's attorney had to drop it for insufficient evidence. But from 2 or 3 hours ago when I first saw this about Kareem Hunt, everybody's like, well, hey, he deserves a second chance, woo, woo, blah, blah, blah. And I don't understand. So that's when that makes me think that society and the sports media and politics in a whole have something out for maybe Snyder, man. Real. And I told you I'm a pump the brakes on the Skins talk, especially till football season come around. But just today, it made me think of it in a whole different light because, from podcast. I mean, not podcasts, but different sites I've read, and just on Around the Horn. Right before you came on, it was all Kareem Hunt deserves a second chance, and when it comes to actually visually seeing something, as we did with Ray Rice, years ago. I don't understand what the the problem is with people like Zeke, who there was nothing that was actually visually seen, or Reuben Foster, there was no visual recording of it, and I mean it just makes me pause and ask why.
Well, let me see. I think in any type of discrepancy, crime situation. I don't know who feedback that is, but I think time heals the way that we respond to situations, and I think that with Reuben Foster the first time around, everybody jumped down his throat, and you said when he went to the Redskins, they jumped down his throat, and I just think also the talent level plays a role, but right now with Kareem Hunt, he hasn't received any disciplinary action for the NFL just yet, so we don't know what the future holds as far as how many games he will be suspended, things of that nature. Still on the commissioner exempt list. But I think to your point, I want to ask, do you feel like the fact that Reuben was involved with the female and he put his hands on her versus Kareem just putting his hands on a random chick who he tried to remove from his room because she was underage, did that play a role? And lastly, do you think because this is truly Kareem's first time versus Reuben, I think it was the second time. So, I mean, maybe those factors are the reason why the reception is different or the perception is different.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess possibly. I mean, it has to be something. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something. And I understand. I don't know. I'm just kind of torn. You know what I'm saying? Because we all saw what Joe Mixon did in the club, and nobody talks about him anymore either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's the individual or the franchise that you play for once you become a professional. I mean, I don't know. Because like I said, Joe Mixon had I wouldn't say he had a great year this year, but he had a really good season this year, and it wasn't brought up all season long. Nobody said anything about the incident with Joe Mixon.
What you mean?
So,
when Joe Mixon, when it happened to him in college?
No. I'm talking about this past season. Yeah, with college, yeah. But I'm talking about this past season, like it was forgot about. It's like the media is like here now, as you said. Right. His baby mother or fiance was pregnant at the time with his child. You know what I'm saying? So I mean. It's
so
kind of
like. Do you want them to continue to harp on that, or like I'm not understanding what?
No. I'm not saying I want them to harp on it, but when it comes to individuals who aren't charged, and not just Reuben Foster because he's on the Redskins, but Zeke, like if you're not convicted of something, you know, I feel that's where Roger Goodell and the NFL and the Shield, they have too much authority. And I understand it's a private entity. It's basically a country club of billionaires. I mean, that's the way they look at it. That's their thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you aren't convicted of something in a court of law, you know, I don't feel just because you make a certain amount of money that the league can just come in and say, well, you had a black eye because you dealt with this individual. Even though you didn't do anything wrong and you weren't convicted or proven guilty of anything, you shined a bad light on the NFL as a whole. So you have to be suspended for 3 or 4 games and 3 or 4 paychecks. You know what I'm saying? I feel that's something that D. Smith in the next collective bargaining agreement, it has to be something that's, if not changed this time, it has to be discussed because, I mean, if like we talked about last week, a woman can be bitter, be upset, and be vindictive and spiteful and make up any allegations, even if you didn't do anything, and you're going to get suspended and lose money. I mean, to me, that's just totally wrong. Totally wrong.
I mean, I know, and I get your point, but I think it falls under like detrimental to the, you know, actions detrimental to the organization. It's no different than being on Twitter and saying something crazy, and we see people getting fired or having to step down. They're not convicted of anything, but it's the look.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think I agree with your point, but I think that the team owner, the team should be able to handle that in-house. If they're not convicted of anything, if they want to fine them or something like that, the team should be able to handle that. You know, but I feel like if most teams handle it, they're gonna handle it in a way where it's like, okay, we're gonna get you. You got to do some therapeutic stuff. You have to go through some trauma counseling and stuff like that before you can play again. It'll be stuff like that, and I think, I just think Roger wants more. He wants all the control, so he's not gonna let that happen. But another thing is, black athletes always get it worse. They always get the short end of the stick when it comes to stuff like that, and that's just perception. And you know, it is what it is. Like when it comes to stuff like this, like Big Ben, just an example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it don't even have to be.
It
doesn't even have to be a quarterback on a Super Bowl level like Ben, the kicker for the Giants. The same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, but
they weren't going to do nothing. They wasn't going to do anything to the kicker for the Giants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we always get it worse, and I think that's the perception of us as black men always being violent, and you know what I mean, having to be a man's man and stuff like that. I think that plays into it some, and it shouldn't. You know what I mean? Because I mean, any way you look at it, all these dudes are men. All these dudes are not average men. All these dudes are elite athletes. You know what I mean? So they should be held to the same standard. And it doesn't matter if they're not found guilty, then Roger Goodell should be able to suspend them. So like in the military, for instance, it's like if you get, let's say I get a DUI, I got a DUI when I was in the service, right? So I have to deal with all the public stuff, and then when I get back to base, so I'll get the fines, the court fines, the license suspended, have to pay for the breathalyzer machine put in my car, all of that. But then when I get back to base, I got to deal with them too. So I'm getting it double. I'm getting it on both sides. You know what I mean? So so then they bust me down. They take my money. They make me live on base for 6 months, like stuff like that. So like the military holds you to a different standard, and I feel like that's kind of what Roger Goodell is trying to do, but he's not doing it the correct way. Like maybe if they were found guilty and then you suspended them, cool, but without them being found guilty, the suspension is too much. Now if you said, okay, well from now on we got to do some counseling. If your name is brought up in an incident like this, even if charges get dropped, we require you to do some counseling, blah, 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 but you can still play. Like, we're not going to take none of your game checks, blah, blah, blah. Like, they got to come up with some middle ground with that because you can't just keep taking these dudes' money.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything.
Paid,
I agree with everything.
Being on the exempt list, you still get paid, though.
Yeah, on the exempt list you get paid.
On the exempt list you do, but once you miss games,
once you get that
once the suspension comes, you don't get that bread. Like the last 4 weeks of the season that Foster was on the scans, he was getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Even though he ain't step on the field. But when the next season comes, when he has to miss 3 or 4 games, he ain't getting that money.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No,
I agree with that 100%. But at the same time, man, you know, and I guess it's, and my man brought up a good point about how, and you know me, Hawk, how I'm on that race thing. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel at certain times when it comes to domestic situations and domestic issues, the black man is looked at so much less than those of the majority. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you before, I've been in that situation in past relationships. You know what I'm saying? Well, I had to go through the ring and I had to pay money for lawyers just to clear my name because, you know, when you go, and it's bad to say, and I ain't trying to get too politically, but it happens, and this is real life. You know what I'm saying? If you're a black man and you go into court, 80 to 90% or 80 to 85%, you're going to have a white judge who is between 65 and 85 years old. So he grew up in a time where a black man even looking at a white woman was a no-go. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know if any of you all saw the documentary on Netflix, 13, about the 13th Amendment, you know, and how after slavery, to control the black population, that's when the jump in black incarcerations went up, because that was still another way to control the black man, because, you know, that was the loophole in the 13th Amendment, that you couldn't be treated as slaves unless you were a criminal. You know what I'm saying? So when a black man goes into court and he faces a judge who is 60 to 80 years old, who grew up in that time frame, you're always going to be held to a different standard than a white man is. And that's life. That's why I say it's so scary. It is so scary to be involved in anybody. And I would tell any man this: the first sign that there's an issue when it comes domestically, where your freedom or your reputation could be held in any type of jeopardy, you got to get out of that situation, bro. And I had to learn that the hard way. But when it comes to these athletes who are making this much money and they're not an average Joe making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year, oh no, we got to get that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here. You playing a sport. You a millionaire. So
it comes back to just being able to. It's influence. Product, like you're a product and you have a lot of influence. So, you know, if you got a lot of eyes watching you, I think that goes back to, and I'm gonna let Darian talk. It goes back to what you guys said about Josh Brown, the kicker. He's a kicker, so nobody cared about his situation. But we talk about forefront players. Kareem Hunt, a household name. Ben Roethlisberger, household name. Reuben Foster, household. Like, these are known guys that can drive ratings and views for the league. So they're Ezekiel Elliott. The punishment on them are going to be much harsh than a Joe Blow that's number 50 on the roster. And that number 50 on the roster is not even going to get due process. They're cutting him immediately.
Right. You right about that. Hey, one more question, and I'll fall back into the next topic. What is the reasoning of, you know, I don't even know how to word it. Hey, go ahead, man. I'm gonna think about how I want to word this, because it's big, man.
Go ahead, Darian.
All right, I'm gonna chime in on this for like a couple seconds, because New Jersey twerk Darian about to come out for all these haters of OKC fans, but I'm gonna fall back on that, you know, for a hot second real quick.
Don't let a Clips follow you. Then don't let Clips follow you. That's what Clips did to Jersey.
But the Kareem, that was crazy. But that first round was just crazy too. But
phenomenal.
With the whole Kareem Hunt situation, I don't think the NFL really care about what these players do. If you are an extremely good player and you are productive, and it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? As far as these teams
teams-wise anyway. If you're a good player on the team, and you know what I'm saying, whatever you're doing on, outside of the team, I don't think they care too much about it. I mean, you look at examples, like you said, the biggest examples, you got Ben Roethlisberger, Kareem Hunt, Ezekiel Elliott, Adrian Peterson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got their punishment, but they got their second chances because of the fact that they are still productive. Even with Reuben Foster, still productive. You know what I'm saying? But you got guys with Ray Rice, who was coming off like a down year. They didn't care too much about him. Same thing happened with Colin Kaepernick, who was on the bench. They didn't care about putting him back in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as long as the NFL is benefiting or your teams are benefiting, if you can if they believe that you can really help the team, they don't care about what you're doing. Take your punishment, you can come back. But like you said, a lot of these lower guys or these guys that they don't really care about. They're not gonna give him a second chance. I bet you if Aaron Hernandez would have got off of that murder case, somehow would have got off of that murder case, somebody would have picked him back up. Same thing that happened with Greg Hardy. When Greg Hardy got all that stuff expunged against him and they couldn't prove what happened with that girl, they picked him right back up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. It's a business at the end of the day.
When he was on
Star Wars killed somebody, right? Hey, what's my man? Little didn't Little kill somebody?
He did the same thing. Yeah. If you have talent and they think you're worthy of it, they will take a chance on you.
Leonard Little.
I mean, and I even go to the biggest example. Look at Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis almost got, almost got indicted for killing somebody. They didn't care about that.
What makes me funny about the Ray Lewis situation? He made a plea. It wasn't that he was found not guilty or exonerated. He had a plea.
Yeah.
And Ray Lewis didn't even get suspended. He never missed one game.
Yeah. Because that happened
different time.
That was with Tagliabue. That was before Goodell came along.
Yeah, Goodell.
Because Tagliabue was still the commissioner at that time.
Hey, look,
Jamal Lewis was doing coke and selling coke. And he still got back in the league.
he was like they said, production, man. At that time, he was producing.
Sam Hurd. Sam Hurd was a whole kingpin.
Hey, who was pushing guns out of Chicago? What was it? Tank had all them guns?
Oh, that was Hurd. No, I'm sorry. That was Hurd.
The detail.
Hurd was selling. Yeah, Hurd locked up right now.
Yeah.
He is. But
the D tackle, he was getting money too.
Yeah, Tank was getting money with them guns.
Yeah. Okay. So my question, Hawk, and I thought about how to ask the question. To me, the NFL really. I'm not just gonna say the NFL. I'm gonna say the NFL and sports media when it comes to like the big markets like ESPN and Fox Sports. Okay. Because when an athlete makes a mistake and does something, they want to bash him, okay? However, the NFL, ESPN, Fox Sports, when it comes to these entertainers who are multiple convicted felons, have been and served multiple prison terms, they still do halftime entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, T.I., multiple rappers are on Fox Sports and special guest analysts on First Take or the Jalen and Jacoby show. You know what I'm saying? So why are you still making money off of certain individuals who have made mistakes, but when it comes to the actual athletes, they got to be put through a ton of, a ton of different criticism and scrutiny for them to get back on the field.
I can answer that for you. I can answer that. So the reason is because you said the key word, they're guests. They're there for one show. They don't have a contract with them.
Well, Lil Wayne is on the intro to the Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless show.
That's nice. But let Lil Wayne get caught up in some domestic stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is. Like basically, I'm telling you, it's just because they're guests. Like if they had a contract with ESPN or a contract with Fox Sports, they be dead in the water. But
hey, I give you an example, T. I don't want to cut you off, T. I give you an example to help you out, and you can further elaborate. When Stephen A. Smith, when Michelle Beadle got mad at him, when Stephen A. Smith was trying to say women need to keep their hands off men, also, and Michelle Beadle got in her feelings, and Stephen A. Smith had to take a couple of days off. But go ahead, and he under contract, and that speaks to your point, T. Continue, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's the reason why the athletes are held to a different standard. Like they have to sign a code of conduct. Like their job is the same as ours. So they're held to certain standards in that code of conduct. So the NFL has one, and then teams can also make their own code of conduct.
So it's okay to make money off of felon, but it's not okay to make money off of.
Here's the difference, JaVale. The difference is a lot of these artists and stuff the stuff they rap about, some of them they're not really doing that. The guys that we know of that have gotten charges and stuff like that were brung up in that, that has nothing to do with them. That has nothing to do with their product. The problem is the people that come in and they're enjoying their product as far as like with the NFL, they wait till they get to the NFL and they want to get into doing all this crazy stuff because they got the money to do so. You know what I'm saying? You won't do none of that going up through high school. Everything with football. It's kind of like the same thing when you coming up in a closed home, and then we let you out to go to college, and you just go nuts because you never had that type of freedom. When you get these little 18, 19-year-olds coming to the NFL, and you throw them millions of dollars, and they come up from a certain background, what you think they're gonna do? So yeah, it's going to be different.
I mean, if you got that type of money at your disposal, I mean, life changes. I was just asking, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I mean, you know, certain people that I see, like I saw Jim Jones and Jadakiss on Jalen and Jacoby last week. You know what I'm saying? They was on there for a whole 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I just trying to wrap my mind about it. Even if some of these artists aren't living the life that they're portraying in their music, they're still putting it out there because everybody doesn't have that mentality, especially the younger kids, you know, as 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. They thinking, well, these guys really about this life. You know what I'm saying? So I understand there's a difference. However, the NFL, the NBA, and these major sports outfits are still making money off of these guys.
You still have, because that's the bottom line. That's his business. You still have to make your money. Ain't nobody about to go to, say, for a halftime show featuring the Rascal Flats and a Dixie Chick every single time because they singing clean music.
Yeah, controversial.
You know what I'm saying? As much as I like her who won some Grammys yesterday. Ain't nobody trying to see her for a whole halftime concert because of the type of music that she sings. You trying to get revved up for a halftime.
And to speak to that point, the reason why a lot of these, like Roger Goodell, you know why he stepped in with Adrian Peterson? It's because, Minnesota stepped in first. They suspended him first because one of their biggest endorsers was about to pull money.
About to pull money. That's all. That's all it is. The bottom line.
That's all it is. And right now, women's group, powerful. You know what I'm saying? Just like I told you guys, PETA, LGBTQ, and women's groups, those are three powerful groups. If you mess around and they get on your neck, you done. Unless you are an artist. Now, see, the thing about artists, singers, rappers, they can go independent and their fans will still stick by them. Hell, R. Kelly, you still got people who stream his music right now. Like, that's the difference between the artist and these athletes. Athletes are controlled by that sport. Like, you could, like Colin Kaepernick, you could just be removed and hope that a Nike back you, or hope that, you know, you got fans backing you, you got merchandise that you can sell independently. But that's why it's so much easier for Chris Brown to bounce back, because you can sing about it. You can pour your heart out over a beat, and people are like, I forgive him. Shit, I grew up in a home with my mom and daddy used to do that. I don't care. I'm gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? But these big sponsors ain't gonna do that though. They're like, hell no.
That's why everybody knew Rihanna was crazy. But go ahead.
No, that's why I asked the question, because and Hawk, you did a great job. I never thought about it that way, but it is a difference between being a rapper or R&B singer or entertainer or actor, and you make a mistake or you make 2 mistakes or 3 mistakes.
You can Charlie Sheen and still keep getting jobs.
You know what I'm saying?
What's my dog name from Lethal Weapon that direct now? Mel Gibson.
Right.
Yeah.
But you see the difference. You see the difference. And again, I'm not big on the race card. Charlie Sheen, his syndicated show still playing. It took Oprah to bring Bill Cosby show back on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody want to deal with Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's
a good point right there. That's a real good point.
Ain't nobody that is, right? And nobody want to deal with Bill Cosby because he was dealing with a lot of them white girls. Had it been the whole R. Kelly situation, they wouldn't have cared.
Hey, and that's the only reason R. Kelly not locked up right now today.
Ooh.
Because if it was any Caucasian female that he had been seen or even thought about being with, his ass be under the jail, bro. They don't care.
Look,
That's the system,
I'll tell you what. Everybody keeps saying R. Kelly ain't had no Caucasian women. R. Kelly had all the women, dog. They came forward. Yeah.
Hey,
look, I'm telling you.
I tell you what. If anybody come forward tomorrow, his ass done. His ass done.
If he was gonna be done, he'd be done already. That's the thing.
Hey.
I mean, I don't approve of nothing he did at all. But we're gonna have a special show for R. Kelly. Hawk already said it.
Oh yeah.
So we ain't gonna get strung out on R. Kelly.
Hey,
you know
but you heard
a special show on R. Kelly. Trust me.
You heard on the first 5 minutes. On the first 5 minutes of that documentary, he came out and said, "If they could have me, I would have already been locked up by now." Like that was the first 5 minutes of the show.
It was too late.
You know what I'm saying?
We will have a real show.
Look,
because I know a lot of people want to get their feelings out there. Go ahead, T.
But
you know, you gotta like stuff like that. You gotta worry about statute of limitations, all of that stuff come into play. But anyway, man, we ain't gonna get strung out on R. Kelly, man. We got more stuff to talk about. Let's get back to this.
Hey, we gotta talk about Kyler Murray now. We're talking about Kyler Murray now, man. Go ahead, Jerry.
I was gonna say, but what does this do? Like back to football, what does this do get for Chubb though? Like how you just gonna push your guy that's supposed to be for the future? How you push him to the side? But he ain't no complimentary back.
Well, I mean, with that video, he out 4 to 6 games. He gonna be out the first quarter of the season at least.
You know what I think it does for Chubb? It lets him relax, man. Like he can play free, knowing he don't have to carry the whole load by himself. I think it helps Chubb.
I mean, I think the league is a two-back league unless you're a generational talent, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you think about Chubb at Georgia, he won at Georgia by himself.
No, him and Michelle was together.
His partner in crime just won a Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta look at it like that. He never had to carry the load by himself. So that's new for him. So if you bring in Kareem Hunt, number one, that helped your team. And then you got Chubb, that takes some of the pressure off of him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go like that because I think Kareem Hunt is really, really, really good. And I don't see how – and then Kareem Hunt is definitely one of those folks that doesn't really get hurt. So outside of trade bait for Chubb, I don't think Chubb stays.
Even in Kansas City though, Chadwick and them used to get carries and stuff when Kareem was there. Like
I mean, maybe he wanted to.
Nah, they were getting legit touches. Kareem, I don't think looking at his numbers, man, he never really had a lot of games where he had like 20 or more rushes with Andy Reid. Like Andy was shuffling.
I guess that's true. He was doing a lot of throwing to him too, though.
No doubt. Catches.
Yeah, no doubt.
But like Hawk said, it's a two-bag league, man. Unless you Zeke or unless you Le'Veon Bell or David Johnson 2 years ago, like unless you doing something like that, it's gonna be another back who get 10 to 12 to 15 touches a game, and that's on every team.
All right, we'll see.
That's on every team.
I mean, but you make a great point, though, Darren. I mean, they did draft Chubb high. That it does give you cause to pause, but it's one of those things where Kareem is from, I think he's from Ohio, and it was almost like a no-brainer. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
but and not only that, the GM who was at the Chiefs drafted him. The GM who with the Browns now drafted him.
Yeah,
he was with the Chiefs last year.
Right. Exactly right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so he all about him. He think that's his guy. Like he picked him from Akron when nobody else was thinking of Kareem Hunt. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, people in that position think that they're smart, and I think he's a good GM because if I'm not mistaken, he started out with the Packers before he went to Kansas City. And he did what he did with the Packers and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Browns, I mean, I think the Browns are moving in the right direction. I'm not saying they're gonna win the division next year or whatever.
But they did, they made a move that made a lot of sense. I like this move for Baker Mayfield and what they have at receiver and what is available in the draft and things of that nature. I think this was a very good move. It puts pressure on the Pittsburgh and others in that division to let them know that they serious about theirs. And I always say, man, when you draft a quarterback high, you got to go out on them and get them the adequate weapons to see if they were truly worth that investment. And we've seen the past 2 seasons with, a Goff or with Foles before he got hurt, when you added either an offensive mind or added weapons, offense or defensively, you saw an increase in their production. But then we look at the Dak Prescott when weapons get taken away, but the added expectations rise. Everybody think, he's regressing, but things around him are taken away, and it's a lot of moving parts that are different around him. So that's why I always say about when you draft a quarterback high, you got to truly invest in them and go out and get guys that's going to make their skill set really be on display. And I think Cleveland's doing that, and I like that they're giving Kareem Hunt the second shot even before the penalty is levied. So it says a lot about the organization, what they're trying to do.
So Hawk, when you say that, do you feel that was the maybe not the sole reason, but the determining factor in Greg Williams, a defensive-minded coach, not getting the head coaching job, even the way that he turned the team around after Jackson was let go and they went to an offensive-minded coach?
Yep.
Just because of Baker Mayfield?
Yep. I truly believe that.
I think Greg Williams a hell of a coach, man.
That's the new wave.
That's a hell of a coach.
Talked about when we talked about when you was teasing about, all those guys are from the Washington Redskins staff. The new wave is offensive-minded coaches, unless there aren't any out there. So that's why Miami went and got a defensive coach that just won a Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the new wave is young offensive minds that could be the next McVay. And that's just what it is. And then sooner or later, we're going to see another young defensive-minded coach that's successful. And then that's going to be the new wave. Nobody talks about how successful the Chargers were this year. But wait, once that wave pick up and he continues to be successful, now somebody going to try to find somebody that fits his mode. That's just all it is, man. It's all about the wave and how you can ride and exploit it.
So like for instance, okay, McVay, he went to the Super Bowl this year, so he probably has another 3 or 4 years with the Rams. But take Kyle Shanahan, for instance. Okay? He lost Jimmy this year. Okay?
Yep.
What he did with the Falcons, he took them as an offensive coordinator to the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
If Jimmy G plays the whole year this year and the 49ers are 5-11, does he keep his job?
Yeah, he'll still keep it.
Yeah.
And also, my man B.I. made a great point that I referenced when we was talking about Greg Williams. Bountygate is still attached to him. Remember when we was arguing offline and I was like, yo, bro, that Bountygate is hurting Greg head coach. They'll make him interim, but they're not going to give him the job. And B.I. just brought it up. He was like, Greg Williams is the face of the Bountygate. He won't be a head coach again.
Nah.
But I don't understand that when Sean Payton was suspended the whole year and Greg Williams wasn't.
But they said Greg was behind him. They're going to hold the head coach accountable, but Greg Williams was the guy behind it. Like, that was his orchestration.
He didn't have a job. He didn't have a job after that.
Nah.
He didn't have a job for a while.
No, but I'm saying he was. I mean, right? I understand what you're saying, but he was still eligible. He wasn't. The NFL didn't come out and say if anybody hires him, he has to set out the whole year like Sean Payton. That's what I'm saying.
It was an agreement. They knew. I think everybody pretty much knew they were about to pick him up. You know, what
they
I'm
ain't gonna touch. You know, it's almost like a player, like a T.O. They won't go touch T.O. once he got released his last time, no matter how great shape.
I just think that the NFL wants. I mean, it's all about ratings, and I know that I'm sure you're gonna get into it in a minute. I was really, really impressed with the new league over the weekend, for real. And I think even this time next year.
Go ahead to that. Let's transition to the AAF, man. Let's transition to that. Go ahead, JaVale. Kick it off.
I think. I mean, to me, bruh. I mean, you basically got everybody on rosters who have just been let go.
Trash.
From the NFL teams to pass. Nah, I don't think you could say trash, man. I mean, I hear a lot of that. But the thing, I don't even think that.
The NFL Europe now. That's all it is.
I think you have better coaches. Or maybe not better coaches, but you have higher profile coaches. You have Steve Spurrier. You have Mike Singletaries.
Yep.
You have even though Fisher doesn't have a good reputation, he's one of the head men in the league. You have Hines Ward, who's one of the head men in the league. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have a support system who has enough NFL experience, you know, to make this something real. And the thing about this league, they jumped out this year because they weren't, when it first came out, they weren't going to start until 2020. But they wanted to get the jump on the XFL. Because the XFL and Vince McMahon and Andrew Luck's dad, they're going to try to compete with the NFL. Because Vince McMahon got dollars, and Vince McMahon has deep pockets, and he's going to be able to get sponsors out. And Vince McMahon has Trump backing him. Because Trump is still upset with not being able to be an NFL owner and a USFL.
Yeah.
So Trump is going to come back and put a lot of money into the XFL after he's the president, whether he loses next year or after his term is up 6 years from now. Because the XFL is going to compete with the NFL. I'm not saying they're going to succeed, but they're going to try to compete with the NFL.
Yeah, which is dumb.
You know what I'm saying?
To me, you should always try to align with the NFL and become that farm system. Build like baseball or what the G League's doing with NBA, like NFL Europe, which I was a part of with the NFL. Become that support league that they can filter talent to you, filter coaches to you, get a line, can also filter the same sponsors to you, be on CBS, be on the NFL network. When you become aligned with the big brother, better things happen to you. And yes, Vince
it can only get better for everybody.
Yeah, man, and I like what I saw. And I like what I saw from the AAF, man, their first weekend. The numbers did well. The only, drawback I saw were the referee uniforms and the overall uniform, like little petty stuff. But when you look at the style of, the play, it was more violent. So it was a step down of the policing that the NFL has. I love seeing that there are more jobs available because if you're a football player, you're very limited to your outdoor opportunities. Either it's the NFL or you go over to the CFL. You don't have a lot of opportunities because, like I said, back when I came out in 2001, you had the NFL Europe, and it was similar. They got 8 teams in the AAF. I think it was 8 teams in NFL Europe, somewhere around there. So I love it, man.
And so, Hawk, my thing is, and I think there's going to be a couple things that catch on because I think the biggest thing that the XFL first go around that they took and that NFL took a hold and heeded to was the players mic'd up. That wasn't in the NFL. The sky cam with the camera over the field. Vince McMahon integrated that. The NFL took that over. So I think the XFL and this new league is going to have certain things that the NFL takes grasp to, like no kickoffs. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be they're going to be the essential test dummies.
Right.
With
you know
new
what I'm saying?
rules.
And the NFL is just sitting back saying, we know we king, but we're going to allow you to do this, but we're gonna pick and prod at what we like, and then we're gonna incorporate it into our game. You know what I'm saying? But
and the NFL, we know NFL happy with these ratings because of the way that the NBA stole the thunder away from the Super Bowl with the dropping of New Orleans and LA. So this week they return the favor. LeBron is back in the lineup. He's on TV, and what is everybody watching? Either the American Lions of American football, or they were watching boxing, or they were watching UFC. But it wasn't like the NBA led in ratings we compared to.
Hey, and what is the
Smack URL too?
I won't.
What is the allocation?
We're not talking to you right
I'm
now.
Sorry.
Darian's talking about Duke and UVA. Shut up, Darian.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about OKC. Look, I gave y'all credit with Virginia. I even said that to you. I gave y'all credit.
Real talk. You did. No disrespect. No disrespect.
No disrespect to UVA.
Last thing on this for me, what is that's the only thing I don't understand is the allocation of where you're from as far as high school or what college you went to. Because
as far
each region has players that are allocated. I just didn't know if it was high school, where you're from, your home state, or what college you attended.
I'm thinking it's a college, if I'm not mistaken, because I know a lot of guys like.
Because is that Phil Simms that's on? Is that Phil Simms in Alabama? The Phil Simms from Virginia that played with us, who went to Alabama first?
No.
Okay.
No. Let me look up. Oh, Lord, who is that?
Because I didn't know. Because I saw Phil Simms was a quarterback for the Alabama team, the Birmingham team, and I didn't know if that was. They said Phil Simms.
Oh no, that's Blake Simms. That's Blake Simms from Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah. So it might be. I think
it's about where you went to college at.
Okay. Yeah, it helps. Okay. It helps with the marketing and stuff like that.
So what team is UVA and Tech players allocated to?
I think they're going to Atlanta because that's where David Dean is at in Atlanta.
Well, what about Hackenberg was on the team? Where is he from? That's Pennsylvania. He went to Penn State, right?
Yeah. Whatever team Hackenberg
is on. He's on the Charlotte team.
He stunk it up.
That's Singletary's team. Charlotte, right?
No, not Charlotte. I want to say he might be Memphis. That's Singletary.
Oh, Memphis. That's right. Memphis. They played the Birmingham team. That's the game I watched last night.
Yeah, they the only team that didn't score. But yeah, Hackenberg
Memphis and Birmingham. Yeah, okay. So UVA and Tech will probably be on the Memphis squad.
No, they're in Atlanta. I think David Dean is in Atlanta.
Oh,
Michael Vickers was the coordinator.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just assumed Memphis was closer to Virginia than Georgia was.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just got one thing to say about the whole. Well, I got two things to say. Them jerseys is trash, and
yeah.
I mean, I got to see somebody hit somebody this weekend and not get a flag thrown.
So Atlanta got two green guys. They got Brandon Pertile and David Dean. Atlanta has two University of Virginia players.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I got
that's my squad.
I got to see some non-football this weekend, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. Nah, I liked it though. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. That's not bad. That's poor.
I mean,
I enjoyed it.
It's still football, man. That's the key. I think that's a good thing. But I mean, I don't know how they're going to compete when it comes, because right now you got to think with them starting right now, they about to run up on March Madness. They're gonna get washed out.
Playoffs.
Then you got the playoffs
for the NBA.
Playoffs. They're gonna get washed out. So
but
I don't know how
10 weeks though. So the end of the season, you got February, March, April. The second week of May, the season gonna be over.
Yeah.
They're gonna be over. They're gonna be over by the time baseball just getting started though.
But you got to think about March Madness. Boom, it's here.
Again, they jumped out this year ahead of the XFL. That's the only reason. That's the only reason they jumped out this year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is those ratings that they got, this past weekend, they gonna suffer.
Okay.
Soon.
Hey, football is still king, bro. Football is still king.
March Madness is king, dog.
But the NCAA tournament and men's basketball is probably the best TV ratings other than the NFL playoffs in our country. For real. So I mean that you gotta kind of put it in perspective. You know what I'm saying? And if maybe not this year because they're just doing weekends right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna get into that weekday thing like the NFL. But if they could maybe schedule those games, well, it's hard to schedule the games around the first 2 weekends of the March Madness tournament because there's so many teams playing, there's so many games. But after those, first 2 weekends, I mean, I think they can make it happen, man, because football is king in this country now. It used to be, they used to say baseball, this, that, and the third, but baseball is third now behind football and basketball. And not even football, NFL, NCAA football, and then basketball. And then baseball is fourth now. And if you get enough
what's going to keep basketball, because basketball is global. So,
right.
I mean,
I agree 100%. Hey, Hawk, that's another question I want to ask you, bro. So, who we rooting for? Who we rooting for now in the playoffs? Are we going with Prez, with the Bucks, or are we going with Mike Scott now that he on Philly? Who we rooting for? Huh? Yeah, okay. My man, I've been watching all weekend. I had to record all that games. I said, man, I was surprised.
Mike Scott doing well too,
Mike.
man. Mike Scott is doing well in his career. He's evolved his game so much since he came in, just being the baseline, 15 feet shooter. He can hit the three. He can handle now. He's a nice complimentary guy off the bench.
And I like somebody that Elton Brand targeted him. I mean, Tobias Harris was the main guy, but Elton Brand targeted Mike Scott.
I like what Philly did, man. Philly made some moves, bro. That's going to help them overall. Now, Tobias he's an unrestricted free agent. Jimmy unrestricted free agent, but they're being aggressive now. The East is wide open. Even though Milwaukee is the top team, we talked about that. One thing I've learned with the NBA is that yes, it's a great narrative about who's number one during the regular season, but the playoffs is just a whole different monster. You just don't know who's going to turn it on, who's going to hit their stride. And if I'm in the East, I don't want that fourth. I don't want to be the fourth or fifth seed. I don't want to. Those two teams are going to be just alike. But I wouldn't be surprised if a lower seed like a 7th seed be the 2nd seed or something like that, because it's just going to be the wild East this year. Like you just not going to know who's going to come out of it.
If I'm not mistaken, if the playoffs was to end right now, it'd be Philly and Boston in the first round, 4 versus 5.
Yeah.
Philly and Boston. I mean, and
Rock,
at
what's
the beginning
up,
of the year, everybody thought they were the best 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. I mean, or Toronto. So, I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I like. I mean, I can't. I'm biased because I root for my Who's, but I like Philly, man. I like Philly. If they can stay healthy, I like Philly. And Boston falling apart, bro. Boston falling apart.
I think they're hitting it with the banana in the tailpipe. I think they're gonna hit it with the banana in the tailpipe. Cause sooner or later they're not gonna play Gordon Hayward as much, and they're gonna let Jaylen Brown get back in his rotation, and then lo and behold, it's gonna be the Boston that everybody like. Sometimes I just feel like this joint just be scripted in the way of teams just like, I heard a twin talking like, yo, we ain't got, we need to do this, we need to do that. It's like, yo, we understand that you expected to be the top dog in the East and you're not there, but fam, just get to the postseason. Cause it's hard to beat Boston in 4 games, like beat them 4 times. I don't care how they playing. It's hard to beat them 4 games. And what they need to do is tell Gordon Hayward, sit his little sweet ass down and collect them checks and let Jaylen Brown set the table, and then you come in. Because he's the one that messed up everything because they're not used to him being on the floor. It ain't Kyrie.
Right.
Oh, Kyrie back. The chemistry messed up. No, they played along with Kyrie last year for over 50 games. It was Gordon that changed the dynamic. And I know Tatum was looking to, elevate his game for what he did in the playoffs. But it ain't like Kyrie don't allow him to get his boogie on. That's what you got to realize. Kyrie on the ball and move.
Didn't Boston win like the last 15, 16 games when Kyrie went down last year at the end of the season without Kyrie?
Yeah, that's possible.
Kyrie got hurt like maybe almost 20 games. And Boston won a lot of games at the end of the season. And Philly too, but they was the hottest.
No flow.
Hey, Ben Simmons, how many games did Philly win without Joel Embiid at the end of the year? Would you say they don't need him?
No, I mean I'm not.
See how your energy changed? You see how your energy changed? They won like 11 or 12 straight without Joel Embiid, but nobody in their mama said they don't need Joel. It's it's just some dudes like Nick writing them. Kyrie's an easy target because he went against the grain and said, "I'm gonna be my own man," and everybody in their mama said, "I would not leave that perfect situation." It's like a dude dumping Halle Berry. We like, yo, Eric Benet, you got to be on crack to cheat on Halle Berry. That's Halle Berry. But Halle Berry might be crazy. We just don't know it.
But if we say, I mean, I don't, we can't say for sure, but growing up as a fan, as Kyrie did in New York, he's more likely a Knicks fan, right? Yeah. If the Knicks get the number one pick and get Zion, you know what I'm saying? And what if Kyrie
Zion, KD, and Kyrie in New York, it's like playing at the Rucker. It's like playing at the Rucker, yo. I don't know how many games they win. Don't get me wrong. I don't know how many games they win, but I just know I will watch every time they on TV.
Hey, Hawk, and I ain't saying this to be funny, man. I ain't saying this to be funny, for real. I have a whole different appreciation of Zion after Saturday's game, bro.
That kid got characterized in the wrong light, and people thought he was a prima donna 5-star, and that kid is a team player. He just plays.
The JPJ's atmosphere Saturday is probably the best I've seen in college basketball in 10, 15 years, bro. When you got LeBron James, Grant Hill, his father, Rondo,
Ralph Sampson.
LeBron James's man, the Clark kid. Like they came to see definitely Zion and Duke, but it put us on a whole different level, bruh. Because the atmosphere in that joint was live.
It was electric in there, bro. It was packed. It wasn't. I was in there. It wasn't an empty seat there, fam. It was packed from hours before the game, dog. Hours before the game.
Yeah.
And the kid is phenomenal. He plays within him. I remember when people was like, well, Zion couldn't play here. Seeing him in person, he could play here because he plays within a system. Dog, he don't go one-on-one. He passes to the open guy. He plays within the offense. He do everything you need. He hustle plays, block shots, rebound. Like he does every single thing that's asked of him from a coach. And he's a complete basketball player. For all the folks saying he can't do this, they just fucking hate dope. He can do everything, bro.
Yeah.
You know, crazy thing about him, and I'm
go ahead.
Like get exposed a little bit in college, you know what I mean? So, but watching him, like he's grown a lot from the first game to now.
Yeah.
And athletically, he's off the charts. But his basketball IQ is off the charts too.
Yep.
I think that's what.
I'm the first to say. I was a critic of him coming out of high school. And
Me too.
Because he's little white boys. Nobody respects him because all his highlights versus little white boys. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. I said, you know what I mean. So I said, so I'm gonna drink some shut the hell up juice because he can ball.
He can ball, yo.
I put it on a different level. I put it on a different level. I said the same thing because I went to see my boy, not my boy, but I went to see Matt McClung play last year, right? Him and old boy from Robert E. Lee. And I was like, yo, this boy playing against little white boys at down Blacksburg.
Yeah.
But boy, when he been healthy at Georgetown, he was getting buckets. He an athlete. His jump shot needs improvement, but he an athlete. He can get to the hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he is 6'1", 195 pounds maybe. And Zion is a grown man playing. You know what I'm saying? And that change.
Zion's so a better jumper than your boy Georgetown now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, the
nobody
boy
want to talk
need work.
about that.
Patrick need to work on his jump shot. He can get to the rack and he can jump off the gym. But his jump shot to be what he wants to be
better than his. Yeah.
He needs to work on that jump shot all day long.
Zion a beast, though. People kill him.
Zion, be real, man.
And he play defense. He go out there and defend you. One time I seen him was 100 in the elbow, and I was like, yo, ain't nowhere in the world DeAndre getting around that damn behemoth in his stance like he about to do the damn gorilla drill.
Hey, look, you know something about Zion, though?
Go ahead, T.
Ain't nobody gonna want to get the Zion way, man. That you remember how Bron first came in the league?
Yeah.
and Bron would take 2 dribbles from the 3-point line, and everybody just get out of the way.
Yep.
It's gonna be just like that. Defense in the league is so far. Let's be honest. Like, ain't nobody this dude first post in the league. Somebody gonna do it. Somebody dumb. But it'll probably be
Rudy Gobert do it.
Like
Rudy Gobert jump.
Yeah, it'll be Rudy or JaVale. Rudy or JaVale gonna be the first victim. I'm gonna sign off on that. I'm gonna stamp that because I think they borderline retarded or something.
On all the way.
Yeah.
Nah, but I mean, I don't know. I think.
He blocking 3-point shots though. He blocked Cal Guy and DeAndre Hunt. Swatted they joint. I'm just like, yo, this fool out here jumping out of the damn arena. Not the off the court. He didn't jump through the whole arena when he got the one.
His athleticism and the way he can jump, I think, sets him on the different level. You know what I'm saying? But offensively, to me, he reminds me of, I said it before, he reminds me of Charles Barkley offensively without a consistent jump shot. Because when Charles Barkley came out of Auburn, Charles Barkley was jumping out the gym, dunking on people all day long. You know what I'm saying? And he was an undersized power forward coming into the NBA at 6'7", 6'8".
Undersized his whole career.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, not just coming out. You're right, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but to me, that's what Zion reminds me of on the offensive end. But he is explosive, and he can just jump, man. Like his and it's not so much that his vertical is off the charts for his size.
He don't allow him either.
But he's quick though. He's quick. Like he can put up a shot, or somebody can put up a shot, and he's the first person to react to it. Like he's up for the rebound or the putback before everybody else is left off the ground. To me, that's what separates him. He's quick. He's quick.
Yep,
he's quicker. He's quicker than anybody else I've seen when it comes to second chance points or rebounds. And I think that's what separates him.
Check this out, JaVale. You talk about how fast he is. Do you remember the loose ball when Kihei Clark took off and who outran him and got the damn ball and laid it up?
Zion, yeah.
It was Zion. He outran him and he didn't go full speed, dog. Like the kick. Look, people, all the naysayers out here, look, man, the kid legit. Does he have some weaknesses or does he have things that's unpolished? Of course. All right.
They can be worked on, though. They can be worked on.
But the one thing he got in the gate, all that stuff is athleticism. It's the same thing I always tell about people with the Greek freak. I don't hear nobody talking about he can't shoot jumpers because he averaging 28 and 12. Okay? Don't nobody talk about he can't shoot. Okay? So stop with this where somebody can't shoot. They don't say that about the Greek freak. Do like Nick Wright don't never say nothing about the Greek freak shooting. They don't. No. They don't say nothing. No. They talk about Ben Simmons can't shoot, but they don't say that about the Greek freak.
And I saw that earlier, and I didn't comment because I went back and looked at that. I'm glad you brought that up because I looked back at it. I just think Giannis's length makes him different because he can get to the rim from the 3-point line in like a step and a half. Sometimes he's just making layups and dunks. That's where a lot of his points come from. You know what I'm saying? And Ben Simmons is the same way, but I don't think he is. He's an athlete, obviously, a great athlete, but
Ben is not a scorer like Giannis. So the mindset is different.
There you go. Because Giannis can score. Right.
Giannis is a scorer. That's what he's asked to do.
I agree with that.
Ben is asked to be the facilitator for Philly. So when they say Ben shoot the jumper, he like, why? I got J.J. Redick right there. I ain't got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like LeBron make the smart basketball play. Okay, LeBron stayed in the paint versus Ben, and everybody was showing that video. Ben, first thing he did was throw it to JJ and cut, or run to JJ and have a handoff screen. So where JJ can come off and shoot it. Okay, Bron, you can sag off and not check me, but I'm still 6'10". I'll go a hand off. Screen the dude that's checking one of my shooters. Let them get an open look. You know what I'm saying? It's like smart basketball. Do we want to see Ben Simmons improve as a shooter? Absolutely. But let's stop this narrative. Oh, he got to get a jumper. Why the hell he got to get a jumper? He's 6'10", 240. He's a matchup issue, point blank, period.
Yep.
If Embiid at the 3-point line,
every time he get on the court,
line, you better shade his ass, or he gonna barbecue chicken anybody trying to check him. He gonna put him in the blender, unless they LeBron, unless they Kawhi. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, Hawk, do you think we got too many Duke fans or Duke insiders who listen to your show? Because we had conversations and we had debates from like the Miami game the week before about the defense that we should have ran against Duke. You know, when people bring up the zones and so forth.
You brought it up too.
Yeah, no. I'm myself included. Yes, I'm not taking myself out.
Hey, look.
But my point is, and I've been quiet the past 2 days because I got Duke family and friends, and I ain't gonna say too much. But we lost by 10 points, yeah. But I still think we played a hell of a game. Like if Duke was like 27 to 30% for the year from three, right? That's why I brought up the situation. I'm talking about for the year, not Saturday.
I know,
I'm talking about for the year.
But I'm about to get back to what you about to talk about. Who would have won zone? Would it have mattered?
No.
Not the way they were.
But what I'm saying is, if Duke had a shot their average, we would have beat them by 10 to 12 points. The way we
playing man.
Right, playing man.
Listen.
If they had a shot their average for the year, we would have beat them by at least 10 points.
And you know what we did better this game, JaVale?
We didn't turn the ball over like that. We forced them to turn the ball over.
Oh, but do you know what we did better this game that we didn't do the first game, even though we still
What's
lost?
What's
we
that?
shot over 40% from three, unlike the first game.
Yeah.
We shot better.
Yo,
we shot better, and they had their best shooting night ever. And what I always tell folks is, you can have the greatest game plan you want. When you got monsters on your team, they can negate all that. R.J. Barrett negated all that. Perfect game plan, negated all that. Then when Cam was playing, and then when Trey was back and he started the tie the ball and it was making Cal bring it up, and they had Cam Reddish playing defense on another monster, and he was picking his pocket, negated all that. Now you making five.
Out of everybody, I think Mamadi not playing the second half. I think that hurt. But the first half is what set the tone because they shot lights out from the three. But everybody's talking about Trey being back. Kihei shut that down. He was having problems. He was having problems bringing the ball up on Kihei.
Don't do that, JaVale. Don't
what
do that.
What you mean?
Hey, look.
JaVale.
It ain't no team nation.
Excuse me?
I don't no team in the nation is gonna beat Duke if they shoot like that.
I know. I commented on somebody's post today. I said that if you make 13 threes and you're Duke, or anybody who shoots 13 threes on UVA is probably going to win, but especially Duke.
They always beat the pack line making threes. That's the weakness of the pack line. Hell, that's the weakness of anybody.
That's right.
Your ass bomb away threes, you going to win.
Right. You have to be able to shoot the three. So we were so focused on not letting Barrett and Zion get off in the paint that we were focusing on that and not getting back out to the 3-point line. I mean, that was.
Why would you though? Why would you though? Because before the game, what was everybody saying?
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Your tone made it seem like we had to get back out there. Nah.
Oh,
no.
I mean, but
when you playing against monsters, you can't take away everything. I'll live and die with them shooting threes. I told him, hey.
All right, well, we got
Ty Jerome was like, God damn, they keep hitting threes, but damn it, I'm gonna let them hit threes first, all these damn layups and dunks.
Hey, I've moved on right now. We only drop. I'm not big on the AP poll, but we only drop one position, and now we have another top 10 team in 20 minutes. So, I mean, if Duke is the only team we lose to all year, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
I hate that we lost to these fools. I want to keep them, man.
I mean, I do, but I'm cool with that because
we have a
good chance. We have a good chance at an ACC tournament of playing them again, or possibly if we were to make it to the Final Four, because we ain't gonna be in the same region as them in the tournament. But we got possibly 2 more chances of playing them, man, on a neutral site both times. So I mean, I'm not. I mean, a 2-point loss the first game and a 10-point loss when they shot. They ain't gonna shoot 60+% on no other game this year. I would almost bet that if Vegas had a line on that, I would almost bet $2-3 grand that Duke ain't gonna shoot 60+% in no game the rest of the year.
You can't turn the ball over 14 times either. You can't turn the ball over versus Duke.
You can't.
It's a wrap. 14. Yeah. Hell no. And you know what though? The fact that they made
that's our biggest thing, Hope. The past three games, we had 12 or more turnovers.
Yeah.
In the past 3 games.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But it's a team saying the same thing about us though that we saying about Duke. When we beat Virginia Tech ass, we shot 60% from 3. That's what they saying. Man, Virginia ain't gonna shoot like that again. We got a chance.
We got to go to Blacksburg in a couple of days. They'll see us again.
Oh yeah,
what about that?
We better not
but
lose.
I'm worried.
That's one team.
I think we're gonna win tonight. I think we're gonna win tonight just because the boys feel a little bad about Saturday. But I'm worried about Louisville. We still got to play Louisville twice, bro. Louisville good, man.
Yeah.
Louisville good.
They definitely are.
To me,
man, shout out Kobe White from this weekend too.
Other than
who?
Duke,
Kobe White.
Oh yeah.
Carolina. Kill.
Oh yeah.
Kill man.
33. That's what I'm saying. We got to be on that fool tonight because he don't care. He will create and force a shot you think nobody gonna take.
Yep. But other than Duke and Kentucky, because Kentucky over the past 2 or 3 weeks, Kentucky to me has come on. But I worry about Carolina and I worry about Louisville, man. Louisville got a good team. And I think they were put under the radar because of the coaching situation. But that boy, 33, I don't know if he mixed or whatever. The light-skinned kid, 33, 35 for Louisville, that boy a baller, bro. He's a baller.
Yeah, well, the main thing is I need to transition to Kyler Murray right now for our last topic before we get out of here. So Kyler Murray validated that he's focusing on the draft. Any last thoughts on Kyler Murray?
Smart move. You don't get your guaranteed money, Slim. I ain't mad. I think it's a good move for him. And as long as he performs well at the combine, and I think he'll throw just because of the optics and the height thing.
I think so
too. He'll throw, and I think he'll probably throw with the line. I think he'll try to have linemen there, as something different. I think that's going to be a big move for him if he has linemen there and he's making those throws over top of those linemen.
But they're not going to let him do that at the combine. They're not going to let him do that at the combine.
Yeah.
He can do that at his pro day.
That's what I'm talking about. He can do it.
Yeah, they're not going to let him do that.
But yeah, I think he should do that though, just to throw off the optics of I'm 5'10".
But I like that because I didn't think about that. But that was the same thing. That was the same thing that my man with the Browns did. What's my man name?
Who?
He not even.
Talking about Baker?
He may be going to the XFL.
Johnny Football?
Yeah, Manziel. He came to the pro day with his helmet and shoulder pads on, what most quarterbacks or no other player does. He had his shoulder pads and helmet on. You know what I'm saying? But I like Kyler Murray. I just don't like the fact that almost everything I've seen has the Redskins linked to him. That's what I hate because.
Who do?
Oh yeah, I mean the Redskins.
For who?
Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. Gruden like quarterbacks.
You know what I'm saying?
He coached one in the Arena League with me, Joe Hamilton.
But my thing is,
he liked to go against the grain.
I like him, and I think, I don't know, the comparison that I have to the most is Doug Flutie, and it's been 25, 30 years.
He's been the last quarterback his size to throw a pass like that in the NFL. I'm glad you brought Doug Flutie up. 2005.
I think his arm is NFL, and that's the difference when it comes to quarterback. Though I think he has special arm talent. Like he can let that thing go. Like he can.
Yeah.
And that's where his baseball, background comes in because
category come out. Yeah.
He got a live arm. Like he can make every throw. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to and I don't like to compare just because they're black, but the difference between him and most, I'm going to say, athletic quarterbacks who also have legs as an option.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because of his baseball IQ and acumen,
Russell.
Other than Robert Griffin, he can slide. Like if you watch Oklahoma games this year, he never took a big shot. Never. And anytime he was about to take a shot, he slid just like a professional baseball player would slide.
Hey, somebody threw a shot at the Redskins. Beam said if he go to the Redskins, his career is over before he even starts.
See, I mean that's what I don't like. But the Skins, the thing, it doesn't have to be Kyler Murray. Because of Alex Smith's injury, the Skins are going to take the best quarterback available at 13 or 15, whenever they pick. Whether it's Haskins, whether it's my man from Duke, whether it's Kyler Murray, because they don't have the money to spend on a free agent, they can't go get Joe Flacco. Or if the Bengals release Andy Dalton, they can't go sign him, even though Gruden is familiar with him and likes him. They don't have that money because Alex Smith has got $40, $50 million guaranteed the next 2 years. So they can't do that. So they're going to take the best rookie. They're going to take the best rookie who's available at their first-round pick. And if it's Kyler Murray, and I think the only reason he's going to slide is because of his height. Because the boy from Duke is what? Well, he's 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Haskins a big boy. The only other quarterback who may be there other than Murray is Greer from West Virginia. Or the boy from Missouri, and he had the worst Senior Bowl practice out of any quarterback. He looked horrible.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Kyler Murray definitely going in the first round because if Mel Kiper and Todd McShay got you projected to go 13 to the Miami Dolphins, you going in the first round. Like both of them, look, people don't understand, man. When you got that, and those two guys, when they give you an endorsement going that high, if both of them have you around the same, you're gonna go around that.
That's why ESPN. You know that's why they work for ESPN. That's why they work for ESPN.
And they work for
2 months out of the year.
Agents kick in to. Hey man, look, it's word of mouth. It's no different than a company wanting more exposure. Like Ballhawk, we give you money to pub our company. Like that's all they are. It's like, yo, I got this guy. Hey, elevate him for me. You get some kickback too. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but a sponsorship slot. That's it. But I hope he does go. I hope he does go first round, man. I love when guys can break the norm and show these folks we're not in the Stone Age anymore. The NFL is played from the gun majority of the time. We are really under center. We got so many innovative offensive minds, so many younger coaches getting hired as head coaches and offensive coordinators that the game is matching the college game. Now we're seeing that you got to implement the college game for these college investments that you're drafting. You just can't say, hey, we're going to put you in the system. You got to evolve. That's a wrong way of trying to get the best out of your investment. And I hope, man, that he succeeds because it can blow open the doors for a lot of diminutive quarterbacks that have capable arms. I would love to see what a guy like a Marcus Higgins would have been like coming out of college in today's game versus when he came out and had to switch to a receiver, man. So,
but that's the difference, Hulk. That's the difference with him. His arm is live. Like he can. That's why I made the point. I think he can. His arm is what sets him off, regardless of whether he's 5'9" or 5'10", 180 pounds. He can let that thing go.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
He definitely can.
That's the difference in him.
That's a great
point. I think his arm better than Baker's, cuz. Yo, he can let that thing go, man.
Boy, you about to cause the Oklahoma fans to come get you.
Nah. I kept this stat to myself all year, but it's cool now, cause our boy Bryce got another year. But Bryce was the only. You already know this, but for all y'all who don't know, Bryce was the only quarterback in the country who had passing yards and rushing yards comparable to Murray all year. The only two.
Yeah, that's because they ain't had that many rushing yards. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't want the hyenas to come in here.
Right. That's why I ain't say all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying Bryce is an NFL quarterback or obviously a Heisman Trophy winner, but it takes a special talent to do that, man. And I think Kyler is special. I would rather him go anywhere else than the Burgundy and Gold, bro, because we about to woo. I'm just waiting for that I ain't gonna call him Lil Dex, but I'm just waiting for that boy to get in the league. That free safety we got back there lurking. Woo!
Joey Blunt?
Woo! Yes, sir. I'm just waiting for JB to get back there. No. I like Juan, but I think he may go to corner instead of safety in the league. But Blunt, JB, that boy, he gonna be right, cuz. He gonna be right. I like him.
Yep.
I like him a lot. And to me, the only thing that separate him from my man last year was his speed. Because I seen my man at 2 or 3 skins practice. What's your boy from 757? Huh?
Quinn Blander.
Yeah. I saw when I went to a couple skins practices. Quinn nice. He could make every tackle on the field, but I think his hips, his speed was the only thing. Because he's a tackling machine for sure. But when you get him, and that's what I don't think a lot of people understand about when it comes to the NFL, man. Like speed kills. That's why the 40 is the most important thing at the combine. Because they feel they can teach everything else. But if you got that start to finish, you know what I mean.
It's more lateral quickness, the actual 40 speed.
But that's where hips come in, though. You got to be able to move and turn and react. You know.
Overrated thing. The 40 time is the most overrated thing, and the reason why so many teams miss in the NFL. Yep. Because I can take a guy that runs a 4.7, and if his knowledge of the game, his understanding, his reaction to the game, if it's better than the guy that runs 4.3 or even 4.2, he's going to look way faster on the field when it comes to moving along and making plays. And don't get me wrong, when you got a guy like...
I think it's position. It's position. It's different. It's position. I agree with you, but it's position. Because if you out there on the island as a corner or as a safety, and you got this receiver who can run a 4.2, 4.3 coming at you, if you 4.7, you're going to lose every time.
Hey, I got a question for you, JaVale. When we look at the 40 time, because I think Rock made a great point, and I think you had a nice rebuttal. When we look at the guys like a John Ross, all these guys that run the 4.2, where are they at right now? Have you heard about them? Like all these guys who run the fast.
You talking about Ross with the Bengals?
Yeah.
When it comes to me, my thing is when it comes to receiver, I think your route running ability is more important than your actual flat line.
All right. Well, I'll flip it over for you then. I'll give you the DB.
I got something for the 40.
The Philadelphia Eagles got one. Hold on. The Philadelphia Eagles got one of the fastest DBs in the league, and he get torched.
And he get cooked.
Okay. No. I'm not discrediting.
But I hear what you're saying. I'm trying to blend trying to blame both of y'all.
On
Jerry
the
Rice,
40 though.
Jerry Rice, I don't think nobody would ever say Jerry Rice was the fastest receiver, but he ran great routes though.
He never got caught behind you.
So what it boils down to is technique and understanding the knowledge of the game. When I tell you the easiest guy to cover in my career, and you can talk to any other guy, is just a guy that's fast. A guy with a whole lot of speed is easy to cover.
Yeah.
Because he don't worry about.
Because
He ain't trying to
think about it. When you super fast, you got a lot of tell signs in your body language when you run. So it's easier to cover you. And now it's so many things. Now, check this out. Smart players. It's a clock that's in our head, right? And we get stuff way faster than other guys. That's the reason why you're able to hang around, make squads, play, and be successful before other guys are that's much faster, that's maybe more gifted than you are. Reason why, when these folks break the huddle, before they even, when the guy's running on the field, you already know down and distance, the package that's coming in, you know who lines up in front of you, you know what quarter it is, you know all these things that's telling you what's the possibilities of what's going to come. Now when this guy lines up, according to his alignment, going to tell me what kind of routes he could possibly run. You know what I'm finna do? I'm finna knock his head off now. That's what's finna happen with him. And everybody going to be hollering. I thought he was so fast. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. No, I agree with that. So when you throw the name John Ross out, I will rebuttal with Deshaun Jackson. So do you know every time Deshaun Jackson steps on the field, whether it's down or distance?
Deshaun Jackson been a decoy for the last couple of years, man. I mean,
I'm not talking about what he's been with Tampa Bay. I'm talking about what he was with Philly and the Redskins before he got to Tampa Bay.
Here's the thing with Deshaun, a lot of people don't know and never gets discussed. The boy is a very good route runner. He stems you to where what Rock was talking about. He would stem you to where you think, oh, he not running deep. And he'll go right, and he'll get right back into the deep path. Like, he would stem you to deceive you. That's what stemming is. It's the line of the pass that you're using to deceive the DB. Yes. And the fact of the matter is,
Antonio Brown is slow, y'all. Y'all don't think so because he run by people and score touchdowns.
I wouldn't call him slow. I wouldn't call him slow. He's still running a 4.4, 4.5. That's not slow.
No, Antonio Brown.
I see what he's saying. It's just that, like, when you put out Deshaun is like the exception to a true fast guy because he can actually route you up. Like, Deshaun can run. That's one thing I love about him. He might be a speed guy, but he can route you up. He's similar to Odell. Odell's super fast, but Odell will route your ass up. A.J. Green, Julio Jones can run, but they will route you up.
Hey, hold on, I tell you what, the best two receivers I ever saw.
Julio Jones is the guy that you don't have an answer for. Reason why? Because he's just gifted. He's big. He's fast. He's everything better than you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But he got the foundation
you have
too.
guys
That's
like that, but
I said he got great foundation too. That's why I love him, to make him so dangerous. Like, he can actually run at that size. Like, he run routes like
he can run routes,
dude, and he just can't outrun you. Like, he would still route your ass up.
Exactly.
And run past you.
Yeah.
Hey, Hawk, was you playing in the Ville when Greg Jennings came?
No, I left by then, but I remember when he came here.
Hey, to me, him and Fitzgerald was the best two receivers I ever saw play against Virginia. Like, Greg Jennings, I told people, I was like, yo, this kid from, what was it, Central Michigan, Western Michigan, wherever he was from, I was like, this kid is a monster. And they were like, yo, who the hell is Greg Jennings? I was like, yo, cause to me, when I look at special players, they make the game look easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They make the game look easy. And he was just torching us. Him, Fitzgerald,
No, Fitzgerald ain't torch us. Don't do that. Muffin shut him down.
But it was fluentless though. No, they didn't. We beat them, yeah, but it was effortless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Muffin did his thing versus Fitzgerald now.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. What's my man? What's my man who got killed in the car accident from West Virginia? Henry.
Oh my God, he was nasty.
Hey, Slim. Travis Henry, he made it look. I was telling people at the time. I was like, Slim, this dude is legit.
It's Chris. Let's get him right.
Chris Henry. My bad. Forgive me, but yeah, it was effortless. And then when we went down, and I really thought this dude was gonna have a better career than he's had now. But when we played at the Gator Bowl against Crabtree, I was like, yo, and him and Cook battled the whole game, and I fuck with Chris Cook. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? I think he got a little shoddy deal. But they battled that game. But Crabtree, he just and when he was at Texas Tech, he just had that it factor. Like it was just something like the special players just had something different about them. Like you can see it, man. You can see it.
Man, you know what, man? You just brought back great memories of Chris Henry, man. We're gonna end on that note, man. 7:00. Damn, man. Shout out to Chris Henry, man, and his family. R.I.P. to him, man. That was a hell of a receiver, bro.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Yeah.
Boy.
God bless,
I'm glad you brought that name
hurt,
up, bro. Yeah, that one hurt me right there, thing about him, man. But we're going to end on that note, man. JaVale, appreciate that, dog.
But you look at who he went to. He went and played with Chad Johnson and what's my Hawaiian dude? Yeah,
Husmanzada. Another route specialist. Route you up. All three of them. Oh, my God.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why Marvin Lewis should have been fired with that team. You forget he had Johnson in the backfield too that can run the ball.
Was that the game my man Alvin Pierman went off that game? Was that the game or the game against Pittsburgh? It was one of those 2 years. That was Alvin?
Yeah, Alvin. No. Cedric. Yeah.
Hey, Hawk, before you get off, man, why don't we hear anything about Chris Henry's girlfriend, period?
Didn't she throw him off the truck or something? Like, it was some crazy shit, right?
Yeah, that's how he died. He drove off and killed them on their truck.
Oh, we're gonna say that. We're gonna end with the great memory of him being on that trio. We're gonna salute him. But we're gonna because we got to talk about R. Kelly. We got to talk about that situation. We got to talk about rock and this business. We got a lot of episodes we got to prepare for and get people ready for. But we got to
talk about right now is Michael Jordan just walked in the building against our Who's. So we gotta get back to this tomorrow, bro.
All right, man. Well, I know JaVale gone. Salute to my dog JaVale for coming in. Rock, what you got? What you got for the people, man?
Man, not much, man. Just we gotta. More than ever now, man, we got to stay positive, man, and just do positive things.
Facts. What you got, T?
Hey, man, as usual, shout out the sponsors. Shout out Hawk, Blue Insurance. We appreciate y'all. Hey, man, they allowing us to do this thing, man. They putting you on the map. You know what I mean? And allowing us to join you. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out the sponsors because we need those. Yeah.
Shout out to man, Billy and Charlene White, Ava Insurance, man. Holla at them. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate them sponsoring.
Shout out
to BCBA also.
Out here too. Yeah, and the BCBA and Damian Banks. You know what I mean? If you ain't
shout out your organization
make sure you follow him.
Shout out your Hornets joint.
Oh yeah, shout out to Seaville Hornets, man. Bud City, man. Youth League, Excel to Excellence. We coming for everybody. Everything coming through the field. So if y'all not ready, y'all better put y'all helmets on and strap up. Because we got
some in the future. We'll have some in the future previewing that movement also. So y'all be on the lookout for that. So I'm gonna talk to T. Anybody else that's affiliated, we're gonna get them on the horn. My platform. Hey man, if y'all ever want to discuss anything y'all got going on, y'all link up with me, and that's what it's for, man. So. All the listeners, everybody following, if you got anything going on in your life that you want to get out there, holler at me, and we'll definitely create an episode for you and we could do it live, and we just do a recorded one to where we just rapping, and I'll put it out later. So it's up to y'all, man. Like I said, man, just for the people.
Hey, Rock, I'm gonna get with you too, man. I need to get with you. You got some things, so I'm gonna inbox you.
All right, appreciate y'all, fellas, man. Back tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Those my guys, my analysts for the day. Shout out to Darian also. That's still on YouTube, LinkedIn. Shout out to my dog Ryan, LinkedIn from Texas. He ordered a shirt too. Your shirt should be to you soon. Anybody that got a Shut the Hell Up Juice Virginia, State of Virginia edition, the shirt should be there by now. There's still a couple on sale. Got a couple 2Xs left, a couple XLs, and a couple women's sizes left. So y'all hit me up on social media. Let me know. I am Ballhawk on Twitter. I am Ballhawk on Instagram, and just find me on Facebook, Ahmad Hawkins, or just look for Ballhawk, the fan page, and message me if you want to Shut the Hell Up Juice shirt. So, you know the motto, man. Good is the enemy of great. Be great in everything that you do. Until tomorrow, man. We out.
I want the whole world spin my record. Cheryl, the hooded stars, check game, stay free records. Oh, shorty girl fed to death in a massaging. Bad news, even be massaging. I got a city head, I be massaging. Pinky rings on my finger, I'm massaging. I got a speedboat concert cause I massage. I coming through about a whole Econo Lodge. I be massaging, I be massaged. I'm coming through with Cadillacs and massaging. Yeah, boats I'm constantly massaging. I got GPS, I be massaging. I catch croaker fish cause I'm massaging. I like a macaroni plate, I be.
Now is the chance to use reliable energy to grow your money with the Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. Our new investment product offers competitive returns, no maintenance fees, and flexible online access to your money. Make the reliable investment in reliable energy. The Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. To find out more, go online to reliabilityinvestment.com. That's reliabilityinvestment.com.
At Jared, we know devotion isn't a once-a-year occasion. And once the flowers have wilted and the chocolates have disappeared, you'll still want them to know how much you care. Dare to give a gift that lasts this Valentine's Day with our incredible selection of jewelry. From delicate rose gold to bold black diamonds, Jared has hundreds of pieces under $299 and exclusive collections you won't find anywhere else. Shop online or find a store near you at jared.com and dare to be devoted.